The group set off along the trail they had come in on. The forest, which once held the promise of adventure, now seemed to loom threateningly above them. Every snap of a twig and rustle of leaves felt like a prelude to something terrible. "We need to get back to the car," Max said, trying to keep his voice steady. "Once we're out of these woods, we'll be safe." But the forest had other plans. The trail they followed seemed to twist and turn, leading them in circles. Panic began to set in as they realized they were lost, their surroundings becoming increasingly unfamiliar. "Are we going the right way?" Lisa asked, her voice trembling. I'm not sure," Max admitted, his confidence shaken. "But we have to keep moving." As they pressed on, the whispering returned, this time more insistent, more menacing. It seemed to come from all directions, surrounding them, echoing in their minds. The oppressive sense of being watched grew stronger with each passing minute. "Do you think it's following us?" Emma asked, her eyes wide with fear. "I don't know," Jake replied, his voice barely above a whisper. "But we can't stop. We have to keep going." The sun began to set, casting long shadows across the forest floor. As darkness fell, their fear intensified. The whispering grew louder, the shadows deeper. Every tree, every bush seemed to hide something sinister. In the fading light, they stumbled upon a clearing. At its center stood an ancient stone structure, partially hidden by overgrown vines and moss. It looked like a small shrine or altar, its purpose lost to time. "Let's rest here for a bit," Max suggested, his voice tired and desperate. "We need to regroup." Reluctantly, the group agreed, dropping their packs and collapsing to the ground. The eerie silence of the clearing only heightened their sense of unease. The whispering, however, had momentarily ceased, as if the forest itself was holding its breath. As they caught their breath, Emma noticed something carved into the stone of the altar. Symbols similar to those they had seen in the cabin were etched into its surface, glowing faintly in the twilight. "What do you think these mean?" she asked, tracing the carvings with her fingers. "Maybe they're a warning," Tom suggested, his voice barely audible. "A warning about what?" Lisa asked, her eyes darting around the clearing. "About the Watcher," a voice said from the shadows. The group jumped, their hearts racing as they turned to face the source of the voice. An old woman stepped into the clearing, her face lined with age and wisdom. She wore tattered clothes and carried a wooden staff, her eyes glinting with a strange light. "Who are you?" Max demanded, his fear turning to anger. "The Watcher sees all," the woman said, ignoring his question. "It watches and waits, seeking those who dare to venture into its domain." "What are you talking about?" Jake asked, his voice shaking. "The forest is alive," she continued, her voice a haunting whisper. "It protects its secrets, and it punishes those who disturb them." "We didn't mean any harm," Emma pleaded. "We just wanted to explore." "Intent matters not," the woman replied, her eyes narrowing. "The Watcher has marked you. You cannot escape." "What do we do?" Lisa asked, tears streaming down her face. "Leave this place," the woman said, her voice grave. "Leave now, before it is too late."